shout out to Henny over there.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the bar. It's your girl Henny, and I'm about to pour plenty of the hot Henny that y'all. Guess I don't need that. Love to sip on. So if you are new here, welcome. Please be sure to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Click that notification bell. Select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And if you are a returning Mob Down Henny Gang member, yeah. Now let's get into this breaking news. This scorching hot Henny. Now, I know some of you are feeling a way about this because y'all love Bricc Baby. And I know that a lot of dudes are sitting back like, damn, Bricc, you did it to yourself. But I feel like this is sad, no matter which way you choose to look at it, because as you can read from the thumbnail title, Bricc Baby, he's been permanently detained. Now, normally I don't go and drag things out, but this one, I don't know. Is it showing? Is it showing you guys this window? Because normally it doesn't do that. Yeah, it is showing y'all the window. I don't know. It's acting real janky right now. But anyway, it's crazy because this is the last video, the last interview that Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon themselves did, and Whack 100 called into this. Like that, this is crazy. Whack called into this podcast while it was live, and Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon were on there together, only for them to turn around and be arrested together later on. Crazy work. But that is not why we are here. We are not here to talk about Loose Cannon. We could do a conversation on Loose Cannon another day. I'm just going to let this play out in the background while we break down this Bricc Baby stuff. So as you know, he was also named on the Operation Drawdown, even though people are saying draws down. The paperwork says drawdown. It doesn't say draws. It doesn't mean that that's not what it was supposed to be, but that's what it is, and that's what was presented to us, was Operation Drawdown, okay? So Bricc Baby, Big Shitty Montana, Shitty Shapiro, or however you say it, we know he's done a lot of DJ Vlad interviews and a lot of like No Jumper appearances because he was a podcaster over there on Jumper. He's even been over there on Clubhouse doing debates. Bricc Baby has done music and he's talked a lot of crap, okay, on the mic. And so much so that a lot of people are saying that Bricc self-incriminated himself when he got on the mic, admitting to being in the midst of things. And I don't know what it is about people getting on the internet feeling like it's safe to just talk, because it's not. The feds are listening. The feds are watching. And if this is not proof of it, I don't know what will be. But now his history of charges, they go back. Okay. And so when it comes down to the 2 counts that he caught of felony possession of a firearm and ammunition, he caught that back in July of 2022. Okay. And that's when he fired off a pew pew in a business parking lot. No gun was ever found on him, but they did find 3 9mm Spear shell casings that were recovered from the scene. So they were basically hitting him with the circumstantial evidence for a felon. You know, you may not have gotten caught with the blicky, but just being there, being in the mix is enough for you to catch it. All right. So that was count 1. Count 2, which is kind of wild, which happened on June 23rd of 2023. Bricc Baby was allegedly found with an entire Call of Duty like arsenal. He had a 380 Ruger. He had a 9mm Cantic. I think I said that right. Canic. And then he also had an AK and lots of ammunition. All right. And we're not talking like a little box full of ammunition. We're talking about ammunition. Like he had an arsenal. And so the feds, they were looking to seize all of that, okay? Because he has a forfeiture, so they want everything. They want all his property, anything involved in any of this, they want it all. All right. But according to the indictment, because they did bring this up, let me get that document up here for y'all, his original indictment, because this is what we are talking about. Oh, y'all see it? Oh, y'all see it. Look at y'all seeing things. Okay. So now, according to this indictment, though, it does start to break down a lot of the charges. And I will say this, if you go into LA court, you will find that these dates that they're bringing up do align with cases that were in court. All right. So in 2010, Bricc was charged with evading police and assault with a deadly weapon, and it was dismissed on a plea deal. Okay. That assault with a deadly, I think it was the assault was dismissed with a plea deal. Then in 2012 and 2014 is when he caught the drug possession charges. So let's get here. That would be these two cases right here. And those cases, let me see if I have them pulled up already for y'all, because I do every little thing for you. No, I don't have the court docs. Okay, I don't have the court docs up. Okay, I do have the court docs up. All right. And this is from 2010. All right, so this is the case right here. Was y'all seeing all of that? Y'all was seeing all of that. I don't like when y'all see everything that I'm doing when I'm flipping through screens. But anywho. All right, so this is the casework right here for this, as you can see. Okay. He pled guilty. Peaceful officer, driving reckless manner, assault with a deadly weapon. Now this is the 2010, and this is where he pled guilty. All right, dismissed due to plea negotiations. So he was able to plea his way out of that one. So now we move on, and we have the 2012. It says conviction after plea and a dismissal due to the plea negotiation. All right, but this was the controlled narcotics, and this was at the airport. All right. And in this case, I believe this is where they thought that he was transporting. But in all actuality, you have to remember something. And I hate to bring this up, but it is an absolute fact. It is not something that I'm just saying because it sounds salacious and it's something that'll get the people going. I'm saying it because it is true. Bricc Baby did have an addiction to opioids. I said that I was going to get into that, and I haven't gotten into that as of yet. But it's something that he did speak on with Adam 22. Okay. They sat down, they had an intimate conversation. I'm not gonna say intimate, but it just got really personal. And Bricc shared that with Adam, he started his opioid addiction when he caught COVID. Now that's according to Bricc. I don't know if he was dibbling and dabbling ahead of that. I'm actually looking as I'm talking to you guys for the video so that I can play it, because I don't want people sitting up here talking about, oh, Henny, you up here talking about that and that ain't true. No, it's the truth. Unfortunately, it is the truth. So I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna play it. But I don't know if this charge he caught, if this charge that he caught was actually due to that, or if it was like due to his personal use is what I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all. If it was due to personal use, or if it was actually possession with intent to distribute, which I really don't think that it was, that's what this airport case is all about. Now, when I find it, I will let y'all know, and we will go ahead and we will play it and display it. But anyway, in 2000, you know what? I don't like y'all being in my business like that. Because y'all seeing everything that I'm doing, and I don't like that. I didn't know it was doing that, or I wouldn't have done that. That's loose cannon. Here.
Houston during probably 2021. I had to keep my room for 10 days because I was still like people weren't I know people weren't doing this, bro. I quarantined inside of a hotel. I didn't go around people. I stayed in the room for like 12 to 14 days. Like this is before they said, 5 days, 7 days. Remember at first it was 14. Right. So my rental car ended up being 14 days. My room was 14 days. I tried to pull the COVID thing. They told me to kiss ass and suck dick. But no, I was like over fucked up. I couldn't, like, once my taste went away, it was just the worst.
It's easy to forget about how serious that shit felt at that time.
Yeah. It's like, can't roll out the bed, can't talk to nobody. Every time I sit up this way, I got a pounding headache.
Right.
But one thing that works, and I don't advise you guys to try it, but one thing that used to put me on my feet every day and have me running around the room, you're close. Percocets.
All I know.
They knock the fever out. They get you back.
Really?
Yeah.
So then you were like, I'm going to just keep taking these every day.
I ate like 60 of them in fucking 2 weeks.
In the course of having COVID?
Yeah.
You upped the dose?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, if you pop a couple and you're sitting in the room and you pop, you start getting like used to that shit.
Yeah, well, that's addiction.
To it. I know. Yeah. We went through this already.
Yeah, no, but when I got my hair transplant, they gave me a bunch of perks. Man, it is hard to not just keep taking
them. That's like, what I said.
It feels good, and then it feels real bad. You feel great for a few hours, and you don't feel so good.
And it's like, I need another real good feeling.
Yeah, and I'm like 40. Even at that time, I would have been like 36 or some shit, and that shit is the negative side of it, you really feel it.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I think when I quit, I'm going to just go to an inpatient for a week.
Really?
2 weeks, yeah.
You got plans to quit?
Yeah.
But we need to have a perk party before then, though.
Oh, yeah, no. It's probably like 10 years from now.
10 years? What are you, 33?
You trying to die? Huh?
You trying to die? Do perks for 10 years?
I mean, no, it's a medicine. People do perks. Them old people been doing perks. When you get prescribed that shit,
nobody is prescribed it for 10 years.
Yeah, they are. Why are you serious?
Yeah.
There's people that's
normal.
Do you know that the perks aren't the highest dose of opioids? Like they have these things called opanas and shit too.
Oh,
and they're like 40 milligrams and 60 milligrams, 80.
And also just what you get prescribed is all about what kind of doctor you got.
Yeah.
Like if you got a doctor who's happy to watch you die, they'll keep you on it for 10 years.
That's what I'm about to say. Man. How long do you think Michael Jackson was on it?
He just got a cool ass doctor.
2 years.
2 years.
I know doctors in Beverly Hills that for sure would prescribe me 10 years worth of Percocets.
For sure.
Because they'll prescribe you anything else you want.
Whatever they want. Prince. You think Prince first just started? They've been doing that shit since it was the Quaalude.
I think he was sneaky on the fake ones.
I don't think they had fake ones back then.
Prince?
Fake Percocets back then?
No. Oh, he didn't die off a fake person. Did he?
Well, I don't know. Where did Prince die from?
No, he died off a Percocet overdose because he took too many.
He died off of fentanyl.
No.
Look it up.
Why would you just assume that, though?
He died because he took too many of them.
So y'all were not listening to the video. Y'all were listening on my phone. I got y'all. But anyway, so as y'all can see, that is why I said that I don't believe that, this thing at the airport, I don't know if this would have necessarily been that because of that conversation. And it's crazy because what sent me looking for that was that I watched the no jumper thing where they were talking about how, Bricc Baby was going to go through withdrawals really bad. And I came across that video and I was just like, dang. So he's going to go through those withdrawals, and those withdrawals are probably going to be really awful to go through because those withdrawals are equivalent to a heroin withdrawal. But again, that's not what we are here for. I was trying to find the one with Lush, but for whatever reason, my StreamYard is acting really janky and it's not allowing me to do what I normally do, which is share with y'all and then look for something on the back end, it's showing y'all what I'm looking for on the back end. And I really, really don't like that. Okay. I hate that. Right. I hate that for us. But anyway, in 2020, he caught a robbery charge and he did a bid in state prison. All right. And that's the history that made him, basically got him caught up in all of this. And then now we get to the landmine of a charge where we are now. Okay, so there goes the criminal threats and the robbery. That is all right here in this document. Okay, but now we've gotten through that. Let me take this off the stage before I end up showing y'all something y'all ain't supposed to see yet. See, I'm glad I did that because y'all almost caught a glimpse of something y'all wasn't supposed to see yet. All right, so now this brings us here to the new set of court documents that just arrived into the Henny docs. And it's crazy because they arrived into the Henny docs right at, I didn't even check to see if there was anything in there before I got off live, but they came into the Henny docs. All right, so these are the new set of documents that we have on Bricc Baby. And this is where I am getting this information from. So it says that, Bricc Baby, basically, he was arrested on a sealed indictment. Okay, so he has a sealed indictment and he does have another sealed indictment coming down. Is this where it is or is it this one? I think it's this one. This is the sealed indictment. And this came and you can't really see his name or anything, but you're not going to see anything when it's a sealed indictment. But he has another sealed indicted case coming down from the looks of things. All right. So this basically confirmed that he was in the takedown. Right. And it shows that he was advised of his rights. His attorney appeared. But the gut punch for him is his bail was denied. OK, no bail was granted to Bricc Baby at all whatsoever. All right. The judge also said, nah, we about to keep him. And let me actually bring y'all to, is this the document? No, let me bring y'all to this document right here. So this is what happened in court on the 19th, you guys. I don't know why nobody is talking about this, but this is when was this filed? Does it say? It was filed on the 19th, but nobody bothered to look. Right here in the red. Okay, let's go through it. It says, the court issues an order concerning the prosecution's disclosure obligations. All right. The defendant he was informed of his charges. All right. The defendant states the true name. All right. Defendant advised of consequences of false statements in a financial affidavit. Government request detention is granted. Right here in red, it says contested detention hearing is held. Defendant is ordered permanently detained. Let me zoom in so y'all see it, because I don't want nobody talking about that ain't what that says. She don't know what she talking about. She always up here talking about some stuff she don't talk about. Permanently detained. Bricc is not coming out at all. He's not coming out. Okay. So they did not grant him the bail hearing. Okay, we have to go into the next set of the court docs, which explain why. Okay, now here's where we get into the why of things. So this right here, it says under B, on motion by the government, they consider Bricc to be a serious risk that the defendant will flee. All right. It says the government is not entitled to rebuttal presumption that no condition of combination or condition will reasonably assure the defendant's appearance as required and the safety of any person or the community. All right. It also says that the court finds that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure that Bricc will appear as required or the safety of any person or the community. The court has considered the nature of the circumstances of the offenses charged, the weight of the evidence against the defendant, the history and characteristics of the defendant, and the nature and seriousness of the danger to any person in the community. All right. It says the court also has considered all the evidence obtained basically at the hearing and the arguments and or statements of counsel and the pretrial service report and recommendation. Okay, the court bases the foregoing findings on the following: the history and characteristics of the defendant indicate a serious risk that the defendant will flee because the defendant has a criminal record that reflects fugitive arrest, previously has violated conditions of parole and probation, which I told y'all that in the last video when I was saying the reason Bricc kept getting out is because they kept giving him probation. He kept getting probation, and his probation kept being revoked and then reinstated, revoked and then reinstated. So they're saying it right here. He keeps repeatedly violating that. Okay. Where were we? Okay. The defendant has, okay. All right, I already said that it reflects that that he has a fugitive arrest already. All right, and has insufficient bail resources to mitigate the risk of flight. Okay, the defendant poses a risk to the safety of persons or the community because of the nature and seriousness of the allegations in this case and the nature and extent of the defendant's prior criminal history, which includes numerous prior felonies and misdemeanor convictions, some involving crimes of violence. It is therefore ordered that the defendant be detained prior to trial. It is further ordered that the defendant be committed to the custody of the Attorney General for confinement in a corrections facility separate to the extent practicable from persons awaiting or serving a sentence or held in custody pending appeal. So he has to be separated from everybody that is on this case, which is normal procedure, if I'm understanding that correctly. It is further ordered that the defendant be afforded reasonable opportunity for private consultation with the counselor. It is further ordered that on order of the court of the United States or on request of any attorney for the government, the person in charge of the corrections facility in which the defendant is confined shall deliver the defendant to the United States Marshal for the purpose of an appearance in connection with court proceedings. So as of right now, Bricc Baby, you know, this is what's going on with him. Okay. So he has signed all of his documentations. You know, he's advised of his statutory and constitutional rights. Okay. His declaration of repassport, which means that they have taken his passport from him. So this is what it has come to. You know, unfortunately for Bricc Baby, it doesn't look good at all, because what they are doing is they are taking all of those charges that Wack been on here hooping and hollering about that he's been getting away with, or so he thought. They're taking all of those charges and bringing them into this one case to show a pattern of behavior and use them against him. Hell yeah, Wack is ecstatic. But you know what else? To me, this proves that Wack is a liar as well, because Bricc couldn't have been working with all of this stuff piled up on him. It sounds like he was being set up for a downfall, for real. I don't know. That's just my take on it. I could be wrong, because anything is possible. But I think it's very sad that we hear a year ago, Bricc is talking about his opioid addiction. And I don't know. You know, it's sad. He probably didn't see anything wrong with anything that he was doing or saying. He wasn't looking at the fact that a lot of the stuff that he was saying and doing, he wasn't looking at the fact that a lot of the stuff that he was saying and doing was self-incriminating. He wasn't in his right frame of mind getting up there on those podcasts, probably. You know, you listen to all of them. Adams talking about a perk party, Lush and all of them when they were doing their thing. Let me see if I can find that damn video. Let me see if I can find that damn video of them, because it sounds like everybody that was around him, I found it. It sounds like everybody that was around him was on the same thing. They were all addicted to opioids. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear the video? Henny Glasses in the chat if y'all can hear. I don't know what the hell is going on. Y'all saying no, y'all can't hear. Is there another video going or something? I don't have no other videos. No, I don't have any other videos playing. It's okay. I'll just do like I did the last time. Uno momento, y'all. Uno momento. Okay. Hold on. Let me rewind. And let me get this here for y'all. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's just, since nobody said it, I'll say it. Go ahead. I hope my boy Bricc is not too sick in that motherfucker right now.
Bro, we all been thinking about that same thing, bro.
Y'all said that already?
Yeah, we all been thinking about that same thing.
Yeah, if I take a perk too early before I go to sleep, I'm waking up 8 times through the night and I'm sweating. And he do drugs like 4 times more than me. So I know for a fact you're there going through.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was calculating
doing backflips.
So he already shitting water in throat for sure.
I was calculating his like daily milligram dosage, and I was thinking like what he.
No, he's fucked. He gonna have to ask us or something.
Yeah, but what they're gonna give him is not gonna do shit like that. Look, and that's the point, and like to the point where he could be in the Hilton right now, and he wouldn't be much more comfortable than what he's going.
It don't even matter where you at.
Yeah, like that takes.
You were gone.
Yeah, it don't matter.
There's no capacity for him to even fathom what's going on right now. He's so in the midst of just like the physical torture of opiate withdrawal.
What niggas gotta understand is, bro, 9 times out of 10, he just gonna go do something different.
Yeah, of course you have to.
He's gonna do something.
Probably.
Whatever you can do, bro, you gonna do it. Bro.
He told us he did it before in there, so it's not like
I can't say I'm not mad at you. I can't say I am because I can't say what I would do or what I wouldn't do in that situation to you there.
I'm definitely not doing no black.
You off that BTH?
What's that?
That black tar heroin. You off that
BTH?
That's
you. That ain't
yes,
me.
you are.
I'm in here doing push-ups, man.
Bro,
if you go in there busting like how niggas be.
No. I know his predicament.
Yeah,
I feel it, but you know.
Have you ever been strung out on opiates before?
Hell no.
Okay,
no.
So
I'm healthy.
It's the worst. It's the hardest feeling for me to describe, and it's the worst.
Man, that's terrible.
It's the worst.
That is terrible, man. Hopefully, Bricc.
You ever seen the movie The Exorcist before?
Nah, but I've seen Malcolm X.
Bro, yeah. Bro.
Malcolm X is going through
it. Shit in water, bro. Just feel off, can't sleep, can't eat, can't nothing.
Oh, nothing help it though?
Nothing.
But other drugs.
Well, yeah, like so there's this
kind of drug.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's this thing.
Stay off drugs, y'all.
Yeah.
I wish a nigga told me, nigga, what come with doing perks and drink. I wish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a pretty good chance he gonna be in the hospital. And the crazy thing, this is the part that's confusing me, and I was gonna say maybe you had insight. How come online, when you look up his name, when you look up Luce's name, when you look up, there's only 2 defendants out of the 12 that they so far booked?
No.
That listen, that you could find their name if you look up them online on the arrest.
You can't type in Zahir Mitchell.
Yeah, it's not showing that he's incarcerated. Yeah. So I don't know what
because he was on a sealed indictment. But the thing is, this is the video that got me to looking into what are they talking about, because for a very long time it's been rumored and people have been saying things about Bricc being on substances or whatever, but it's like everybody that was around him. You hear Lush. I don't know who this dude is with the double horned hat on is. I don't know who these no jumper people are. I know who Smelly Flacco is, but I don't know who these other people are because I don't be paying attention like that. Okay. But they clearly have an opioid addiction. Adam, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, Adam and all of them have opioid addiction. So at the same time, he was surrounded by people who have this same addiction. Perk parties, come on. And then y'all going to get on here and talk about it. And then y'all are going to get on here and start talking about BTH. And then y'all gonna get on here talking doom and gloom like, yo, the only way he gonna get better is if he takes something else. Man, listen, I hope that this man gets dried out while he's in there, and he gets a clear, sober mind, and he's able to find a way to be able to get back home. His daughter just celebrated her 16th birthday. Now, this is all bullshit aside. I've never had anything against Bricc Baby. I actually like Bricc Baby. I just don't like that he got up here and he used to tell on himself and self-incriminate a lot. Even with the last situation with him and him brandishing, I don't even know if he did it on purpose or what. We can't say, but you know, when he stretched up and showed what he showed, everybody's talking about that right now. But it's like, do y'all really want to see him do better, be better, get better? Or do y'all want to see doom and gloom because y'all can't see yourselves doing better, getting better, and being better? Like, that to me is just foul. But anyway, I did bring that into play because of the airport thing. Because when we go back to the court doc, when we go back to this court document, that's the ammunition. I want to see if I could find where it was talking about what he got picked up for when it came down to the narcotics. And I know that it was in here because I remember reading it. Those are all the firearms he had, y'all. Possession of a controlled substance. I could have swore I saw what it was. I saw it somewhere. Maybe it's in this. Oh, but see, this is what I was talking about. On probation, bail set, remaining. This is what I was talking about how he would get out and go back in, get out and go back in. Is it this one? It's threats. That's a robbery. I can't find it, y'all, but I have a document that showed, I believe it was, no, that's not it. But, basically the stuff that he was picked up for, I was looking at, okay, felony possession of a controlled substance. Does it say what it was on here? Because they were hitting him with transporting and selling. And like I said, this is because he was at the airport. See, this is the airport court. No, I don't recall where I saw it at, but as soon as I see it, I will bring it and spin the block with it and let you guys see it as well. Oh, you didn't get to see that this was airport court. Let me put this back up here so y'all can see. This is what had me looking. See, the location was the airport. And felony possession of narcotic substance, but they were hitting him with felony transport / sale of narcotics, a controlled substance. But this was dismissed due to a plea negotiation, and he was convicted of narcotics, of a possession of a narcotics controlled substance. So that's what got me looking at this like, damn, I don't think that he was actually doing in the airport with it to sell it. Like, he was probably in there with it to use it because he has an addiction. But either way, it looks like, unfortunately, Bricc Baby is permanently going to be behind bars. And it's sad. It's sad. I don't know if this is just permanently behind bars, honestly, because of him awaiting the trial, or if this is permanently like it's a done deal, because he hasn't been to court like for trial or anything like that. But that permanently detained, I told y'all, when it's the United States of America versus you, that hits different. And for those of y'all who are just now coming in, we were talking about this right here, the permanently detained that is on Bricc Baby's case, so that people can see it is him. It's the United States of America versus Zaire Mitchell. So you can't say, oh, Henny got it wrong. No, Henny does not have it wrong, because this is it. So That's what I'm saying. On a 7-hour flight, hell yeah, he'd be tweaking, especially if he was getting on the airport, like getting on a plane to go to Atlanta. I know when I was looking to book my flight to come to Cali, the flight is like 8 hours. I go crazy on a 2.5 hour, 3 hour flight. I get tired of being on a plane. Like, can we land already? I'm sick of it. I want to move around. So imagine a person with an addiction who actually needs to pop whatever their dosage is about every 4 hours or so. So I think those were definitely his. I can only imagine what that was going to be like for him in there going through the withdrawals and all of that stuff. Like, that's crazy work. But anyway, what did you ask? What was he caught with? That's what I have to go back and find. I don't want to misspeak, but I believe that he was found with perks. I have to go back and find it because I've been reading a lot of court documents, just like I've been reading other people's court documents that are attached to this and attached to this Operation Drawdown case. And it's crazy work because, like I said, a lot of people on this indictment, or not indictment, I'm sorry, on this complaint, they have already been indicted prior to, or they're on a case together. And it basically, when you look at this whole case in the major scope of everything, it's looking like the people that he's on the case with, because he's not on the same case as Big U and all of them. He's mentioned in the court documents, but he's also on the case with, I believe it's Vay and a couple of other people. No, it's not Vay. He's on a court case with some of the other folks that have been indicted already. And they were all indicted in October. If you missed that earlier, let me go ahead and let me bring that up to the screen so that you can see. Right here. So this is what I'm talking about. So if you look here, you see that Bricc Baby was indicted on October of 2024, as was Ronnie Mack, Lamonte Green, this person Joshua, this person Grimsey, and Zachary Garcia. They were all indicted on October of 2024. Now, based off of what I have read already, some of these people already have firearm possession charges to them. So what it's looking like to me is like they're getting ready to try to build those people who were on that case together up for a gun trafficking case. I'm not sure, but they definitely have a lot of firearms between all of them. Okay. Henny Glasses in the chat if y'all want me to go into that, because I can. If it for you, I will. Girl, I can't sing, so don't gas me up. Don't gas me up. But that's like a lot of people have been trying to pin the prostitution on Big U, but that's not on Big U. That's actually on the other girl, Monty. They was hitting her with the prostitution. So, oh, of course y'all do. All right, so then let's do it. Let's leave this picture up. I'm going to close down all of this Bricc Baby stuff because we've already gone through Bricc Baby. And we have the picture, we have the document. So now I'm going to be reading. I am not going to be looking at the chat. So please do not get offended if I do not see your comment until the end. Now, let's start with the people that are on the case with Big U. So on the case with Big U, we have... Who is this? I don't know who's bothering me right now, but I'm on live. Whoever you are, I'm on live. Wait a minute. Okay, they'll be all right. Okay, so starting off, we have Sylvester Robinson, which is this gentleman right here. I don't know if y'all can see, if it'll let me mark it up. No, it ain't gonna let me mark it up. But this is the gentleman. Make me see something. Aha. Let me come back over here to y'all because I think I just found a good way to be able to share this information with y'all. Hold on. All on, baby. Right here. Bang. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let me get my lasso out. They should have never gave me internet. Circle around. And I need this circle around. Let's just make it red. All right, so right here we have Sylvester Robinson. He is on Big U's case right along with him, and this is who we are talking about right now. Sylvester Robinson, who is AKA They or V. He's listed as the Vice President of Developing Options and is charged with racketeering, conspiracy, robbery, and extortion. Then we move on to this gentleman here, who is Mark Martin Anthony, aka Bear Claw. Bear Claw is charged with racketeering, conspiracy, accused of organizing extortion schemes and robberies. Then, of course, we have this one right here, Loose Coochie Ashley, aka Tremaine Williams. And Loose Coochie is charged with interference with commerce by robbery and allegedly carrying out the crimes directly. All right. Then we have this woman right here, Armani. Armani faces charges of transporting a person across state lines with the intent to engage in prostitution, linking the group to sex trafficking. So she is the one that brought the sex trafficking into everything. And then we have Frederick Blanton or Balton Blanton. All right. Frederick, this gentleman here, and Tiffany, the other female on here, Tiffany, these two are charged with bank fraud and accused of helping secure fraudulent loans, possibly tied to front businesses and nonprofits. Okay. So when you put all of this together, the federal government is saying this wasn't just a gang case. Okay. It was structured. It was long running enterprise involving nonprofits, celebrity networks, and intimidation. If convicted, you know, they're saying that Big U and the co-defendants are looking at life in prison, but we're not speaking that out over here. So now let's get into the other gentlemen who are on this case, and we're going to go to Bus. Who is Bus? Right here. Christian Forbes, aka Bus. Let me delete that so y'all don't get confused. This is Bus right here where the red circle is. Let me see. Okay, y'all are following along, right? Oh, hell no. Okay, we praying for you. Damn, not Loose Coochie. Yes, Loose Coochie Ashley. All right, let me get back over here so I could get y'all this information. All right, so Christian, the one that is circled in red right now, better known as Bust, is accused of being a key firearms trafficker under Operation Drawdown. His indictment was filed on October 1st of 2024, and it shows that from January 5th through March 23rd of 2022, Bus allegedly sold multiple firearms in Los Angeles County. These weren't minor sales. The guns included a Smith & Wesson .45 caliber, a Bersa 380, a Taurus G2S 9mm, and even a Ghost Gun style AR-15 rifle. Bus is charged with dealing firearms without a license, and the feds want all his proceeds seized, and they want all of his property. So he has a forfeiture. Okay. The indictment makes it clear that he wasn't licensed. He wasn't low level. And this wasn't an isolated incident. So they know for a fact this is what he's been doing. So these are gun charges that he's looking at. Next person on here is Donovan Hughes, which is this person right here who is now circled in red. Donovan was arrested for being a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition. His past includes convictions for forgery, intent to distribute drugs, and identity theft. All right. In 2023, LAPD found him with a Springfield Hellcat 9mm, an SCCY CPX-2, and 20 rounds of ammo. All right. And as a felon, possession alone is an offense under federal codes. Okay. The overlap with Forbes, which is the gentleman we were just talking about, which is Bus. They were both caught selling and carrying within the same jurisdiction and the same timeline, suggesting coordination or at least a connection between the two. Okay. Then we have Joshua Howe. which is this person right here up in the corner where the red circle is now. And Joshua Howe's indictment reads like a blueprint for a young trap king. Okay, that's how I described it. So now he was allegedly dealing meth in large quantities. Let me take a sip on that. This young man was born in 2020. And he was indicted in 2024, which means he was 24 when he was indicted. Keep that in mind. All right. That's why I said a blueprint for a young trap king. All right. Large quantities of meth, over 400 grams per deal, 3 separate times between February and April of 2021, which means that this man was 21 years old. That's when he was dealing this, okay? He's also charged with carrying a firearm in connection to his drug deals, triggering monetary minimums under the Code 18 of the U.S. codes. And the indictment lists full forfeiture, meaning that the feds want to seize his cash, his dope, his guns, and any assets tied to the crime. And Joshua's name doesn't pop on YouTube, but in the court documents, he's a heavy hitter, okay? Because we've never heard of him before. Right. Next, we have Lamonte Green. Let me get rid of this. All right. Where are you at? Lamonte Green is right here. And as you can see, these are all the people that are on the October 10th indictment. Now, Lamonte Green, he was arrested for over 400 rounds of ammunition. Okay. He had a Ruger 38 revolver, which is a 38 special. And a record dating back to 1995, including burglary and assault with a semi-automatic. His ammunition included all types of brands, okay? Remington, Winchester, etc., etc. All right, his case file says felon in possession of ammunition, but in the grand scheme, the lower level of firepower from known violent felons speaks volumes about the type of street threat Operation Drawdown aimed to eliminate, according to the feds. So, and I said that because they're making it seem like this was just the way I'm seeing it. Let me explain it to you. All these people over here, they have gun charges. So let me tell you what they're trying to do with them. They're trying to make it like those are the enforcers. You get it? All right. So now we're going to move to Ronnie Mack, who is right next to Lamonte Green. And Ronnie Mack was caught with cocaine, 2 handguns, and ammunition despite being a convicted felon, okay? His past includes false imprisonment and even a charge of unlawful intercourse with a minor. Scumbucket. Okay, this guy is a scumbucket. I don't even know how he got here, but okay, we're here. The weapon found in his possession includes a Glock 26 and a Ruger EC9S. On top of drugs and guns, the feds include a full asset forfeiture for him. Okay, they want all his shit. And Ronnie Mack, he was carrying heat. All right. So who didn't we cover? Did we not cover? I don't think we covered Joshua. Let me see if I have Joshua. All right. So Joshua. Let me move. Where's Joshua? Can't find him. But I know he's on here. Oh, we already talked about Joshua. I'm talking about Zachary. I need Zachary. Let me see. Did I get to Zachary? I could have swore I did Zachary already. How doing, honey? I'm coming. Okay. No, that's Fook Young, whoever that is. Okay, Pollard. That's Ronnie Mack. Sorry, y'all. I was not prepared to do this right this second, but y'all wanted it, so I'm giving it to y'all. Okay, I'm going to give it to you. That's Christian. So where is Zachary? So basically, while I'm scrolling the infinite scroll of my notes, because I have a lot of notes that I've been taking on all of this, while I'm scrolling through my notes, so as you can see thus far, everybody that we already have discussed, everybody has some type of firearm or drug possession charges to them. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I forgot. Zachary and Pollard, they are together. That's why I'm not seeing him separately. They're together. All right, so now let me tell you about these two. All right, let's get over here. And where are they? These two right here, Zachary, and let's make this bigger. These two right here are on the same indictment. So Zachary and Grimsey, all right? So Derek Grimsey Pollard and Zachary Z. Garcia were indicted together. And their case reads like something out of a crime drama, okay? I'm just saying, okay? So between September 2020 and February 21st, September 2021, the two are accused of running a meth, ecstasy, and fentanyl distribution network. Them two down there, circled in the red. But here's where it gets wild, y'all, okay? Because allegedly they were selling fake meth. That's not funny, Henny. Yes, it is. They were selling fake meth, okay, to confidential informants before later switching to the real product. So they was hitting the confidential informants with the old bait and switch, so they was selling fake meth until they could get the real thing, and they're selling it to the informants. So boom, pay attention to that. Okay, pay attention to that because they said informant. So they were selling to CIs. Okay? Selling fake meth to the police. Yes. That's why I was like, it's not funny, Henny, but yes, the hell it is. Okay. Yes, the hell it is. But like I said, eventually they got their hands on the real product. So they started selling the real product to the feds. Okay. The indictment also accuses them of coordinating drug meets and being heavily armed during the deals. Grimsky had a Glock 40 caliber pistol and Garcia had a Glock 38. Both men are charged with conspiracy to distribute controlled substances, firearm possession during drug trafficking, and more, okay? So Grimsey had prior felonies in Arizona for forgery, which made firearm possession a separate crime altogether. And the feds consider the duo a micro cartel operating in Riverside, directly tied to the border trafficking in LA. Them two down there. Did we get everybody? I think we got everybody that was indicted in October. So I didn't get into anybody else, but that's everybody who basically is on the indictment with Bricc Baby. Right there. Now, what I'm going to say to you guys is like I just said, all right? If you are paying attention to everything that I'm explaining to y'all, plus we already have Bricc Baby's information that has been broken down. And if you've been paying attention, it's showing a pattern, right? And this isn't just a bunch of scattered arrests, all right? This is a federal takedown built on long-term surveillance, inside sources, and cooperation, because they have cooperating people on this case. Which is crazy. All right. So they're talking about, let's see, we're talking about a shit ton of guns, including a ghost gun. Serial robberies. Like there's robberies in here. There's firearms, trafficking. There's federal felons wrapped up in all types of stuff. And of course, everything is in this indictment. And everything that we've reviewed, whether it's Bust with the gun deals or Grimsky and Garcia with the fake dope. I don't know if we did talk about Tyron Jones or Tyon Jones. Did we talk about we did not talk about Tyon Jones. Hold on. Tyon Jones. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Hold on. Because I have to get his information up for y'all, baby. Because this one right here, I don't know how I skipped Tyon. We did talk about Tyon. You know what? Let me go back because I got to show y'all. I left something out. I apologize. I left something out because when you see Tyon Jones's bail amount, y'all gonna be like, what the hell? Oh, hold on. I don't even know how I skipped over that one because, baby, where he at? Where he at? That's not where he go. Okay, hold on. Tyon. Okay, here we go. Wait till y'all see this ish right here. Now, if you remember, Tyon is the one that was, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. Tyon. Listen, his ass about to be gone. That's what's about to happen. Okay, so this dude right here, look at all these robberies. All committed on the same day. This him right there. 7 robberies. The offense date is October 9th, 2023. But what I want y'all to see is this right here. Let me zoom out. Because this had me like, wait a minute. They playing, right? Why they do that man like that? Hold on. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Now, this is his, okay? Right here. Oh, this is Jaquan. Why am I in Jaquan? That ain't who I want. Hold on, because I done went too far over. Hold on. There we go. Look at this man bail. And yes, this is Tion. Like I said, his ass about to be gone. Look at this bail amount. They want $1.2 million. 7 robberies, $1.2 million. What the hell was he stealing? And who was he stealing from? Somebody, anybody, everybody let me know. Somebody tell me what he was stealing. I would prefer for you to just say, don't you get no bail. Just tell me I can't get no bail. Tell me I'm not going home. That I got to sit until my trial date. Right? He may as well get cuffed because he ain't getting out. I said, wait a minute, is that a typo? Did they mean 12,000? You know what I'm saying? They mean 1,200 even? 120,000? No, listen, let me tell you something. I started counting the zeros. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a mil. That's a milli. I thought I was seeing things. I had to put my glasses on. Yeah, don't laugh at me for me saying I had to count the zeros because damn it, I know y'all was probably sitting there like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, Henny got to be lying. He stole a crown from the Queen of England. He had to, because what the hell did he do? Who did you steal from? Anyway, so those are all of the people that were picked up either with Big U. I broke down everybody except for the ones that I didn't break down. Like I didn't break down this guy right here, and I didn't break down Brian Perez Mejia. Those are the only 2 that I have not spoken about. But everybody else, oh no, I spoke about Tiffany. Everybody else, I just gave you a full background on all of them. But I'm showing you that the October indictments, Hold on, because I'm talking to y'all like y'all could see the damn picture. Like I didn't just take the damn picture off the screen and show y'all a court document. Damn it, Henny. It's all right. I fixed it. But, I just basically broke down everybody who was on the October indictments, as well as the people that were on the cases with Big U that were mentioned, okay? Because I already showed that West Coast. I showed that West Coast. For those of y'all who are just coming in, let me go ahead and let me pull that back up for y'all because y'all missed it. Y'all definitely missed it because I already gave that breakdown, but I have no problems with putting it back up on the screen for you guys to see for yourselves what it is that I'm talking about, because the judge did order him permanently detained. They ordered Bricc Baby permanently detained. So let me open this back up. Let me stop sharing this and let me bring this back up. So this is what we are looking at right here. Let me go ahead and grab my lasso so that I can show you. Because I'm sure you know. Boom. This right here is why I'm saying that. All right. Now I don't know if you can see that or not. So I'm gonna zoom it. I'm gonna zoom in for you to see. This right here is Bricc Baby. The defendant is ordered permanently detained. Right there. That's why I'm saying that. Now they got some charges smoked out. They could be, but they got some charges too. Does that answer your question, West Coast? No, you're good because you just came in. Some people aren't, some people weren't here when I went through the court docs earlier, but that's why. Trust me, I try my best not to clickbait y'all. I try my best not to, even though I be so tempted to, because I be dropping the hot Henny over here, and people don't be knowing because they be forgetting because I be in other subjects and stuff like that. So people be, people be like, oh, Henny's live, she talking about something else. I ain't going over there. Oh, she live again, I ain't going. No, you should come over here because you never know. Like, I wasn't planning on going through these people's paperwork. I was going to give y'all a separate video talking about these people's paperwork. But what the Henny gang wants, the Henny gang gets. They asked me to break it down. I'm going to. Okay, and I just did something to my mic. I don't know what I did, but okay, we're going to leave that right there where it's at before I break it. I do need a new microphone. I've had this one for over a year. It's been doing me well. It's time to get a new one. But anyway, that has been the breakdown of everything for you guys. I hope that this information was. Yeah, he's fine. He could be fine all he wants to. He fine. I know he called in and he spoke to them and he kept it brief, but the paperwork is right there. I ain't make up this paperwork. This paperwork, you can go pull it for yourself out of Pacer. I already went through that, Princess Sephora. You're going to have to go back into the beginning of the live. I already broke it down. My sound is good. Yeah, but it's not hooked on. I just hit myself with the mic. It's not hooked on the way it's supposed to be hooked on. I moved it. That part, Reek, he ain't got no choice but to be fine. Even if he wasn't fine, he got to get fine with them situations and circumstances that he's under because he's not coming home right now. The way that this sounds is like he's not coming home ever, but I don't want to speak doom and gloom over anybody. especially being that we just went over Bricc Baby's history. You know, we went over the fact that, you know, he has an addiction. He's self-admitted. His peoples is up there talking about it. He has an addiction. And I hope he gets the rehab that he needs. Okay, Maya, darling, I'm sorry. You're going in timeout. Don't come over here using the name Big Uterus. That is not allowed. If you come over here saying Big Uterus, I'm going to time you out. This ain't the channel for that. Salute, Gregory. No problem, Princess. And thank you for taking that. You know, I'm not coming at you. Thank you for understanding what I'm saying about going back to the beginning of the video and watching, because I've already done that. He just a brainwashed Cali. I won't say that, but I know that he's definitely in the grip system stuff, and he needs help more than just being locked up in the feds. All right, you know. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Please make sure that y'all lean on that like on your way out. This has been another great video. Thank you guys for tapping in and tuning in with your girl and pouring up at the bar with me. Love is always love, vibe high, so the bullshit don't stick. And I'll see y'all in the next video, guys. Peace, everybody.